Good morning, nice to see you all, or not. So, without further ado, we'll start maths. So today it's fractions again, and oh, I'm over there this time. Move me over here. I'll make me a little bit bigger. So we've been doing these lessons with my key worker children as well, and they've been really enjoying them. I hope they're helping, and any feedback, please just let me know. Please like and subscribe, and that will help you get the videos for as and when you need them. So today we are finding and writing fractions as continuous quantities, which will all make sense. Okay, so the first question. 3/10 of a kilogram of flour is needed to bake a large cake. How many grams of flour are needed? So I'm going to write that question down, or rather the important bits of it. So 3/10 of 1 kilogram equals. So I'm going to write it down like this, and that will become useful later. First of all, one thing that's really important is we work out what 1 kilogram is worth. We need a smaller unit. So we're going to look at grams. 1 kilogram is worth how many grams? So there's many ways you can do this. I'm going to pause. You could look it up on the internet. You could ask a loved one. You could look it up in a book, if you've got an appropriate book. Google might know. But I'm just going to pause it there and we can find out, and hopefully you'll get the same answer I got. So pause. Lovely. So you've been online, you found out that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. Fantastic. So now we know that, we're going to write that down as well. So 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So I've written that down as well because that's really useful. In fact, I might even put a little box around it because I've got my ruler. Because of course we don't draw boxes unless we have a ruler. I've got my ruler, and it's important. Got to remember it. It's squared off. Okay. So, oh, I forgot to do this. I've been moving all the things down so they don't get in the way. But still, 1,000 grams. So, in order to tackle this question, I've decided the bar method is really important. So, I've got my 1,000 grams. That's what all of it's worth. How many divisions do we need? So, how many dividers are we going to put down here? I'll tell you. How many, sorry, what is the determiner? So if you know the determiner, you know how many boxes you need. So what I want you to do is I want you to draw this shape, lines. Now, I just counted that. I've done, and what you need to do, you need to do this box, this bar, as long as the denominator. So I've done it 10 boxes long. Divide it into 10. If you don't have squared paper, you could make them, but try and get them as equal as possible, because remember, all fractions are of equal size, because it's the denominator is the amount that the shape has been divided into equally. So you can see now, I've got my lovely box, and as if by magic, here's one I made earlier. Always wanted to say that. Blue Peter. Okay, so now I'm going to populate my box. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write the fractions in for what each square in my box is worth. So on the top row, I'm going to write all my fractions. Now, I've already done it on screen for you, so you could do that now. You can just pause and you can fill this in. I'm going to do mine as well. Now, you notice, and I want you to be sure you're not doing it slightly differently. All is slightly this we don't want to see one like this. Do it divided. Don't do it straight up. It is across the bottom. Okay. So I've done that. Now, what we've got to do, just like last time, just like with the boats, where we were putting them all into different boats, we've got to divide our 1,000 grams equally into all these boxes. So what we could do is we could get the pen. We could do, ooh, not that. We could get the pen and we could do 1. Goodness me, don't you love it when a plan works? You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You could keep going until you got to 1,000, which is fine. But we're trying to work smart, not hard. So what's a quicker way you could do that? How can you divide 1,000 equally between 10 boxes really quickly? So what I decided was I could come up with a symbol. I've got a flower. And my symbol could represent more than one. So we could do 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. But you've still got quite a long time of doing that. So I'm going to think even bigger numbers. I could do 20, 20, 40, 60, 80. Or what I decided on in the end was that each flower would be worth 100. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. So I want you to come up with your own symbol and your own key underneath. I did a flower, but I want you to do something that you can replicate. So maybe a smiley face, or maybe just a square, or maybe a circle, or something that you can replicate and populate your bar chart, okay? Now, it's important you've got a key, so you know that whatever the symbol is equals 100 grams. For this one's fine. Okay, you can see. And then I would like you to pause it, and I want you to think about the original question. Now I wrote it down. 3/10 of a kilogram equals. So what I need you to do, I'm going to pause it with this on screen. I want you know what 1/10 is, because it is 100 grams. So I need you to work out what 3/10 are, and I need you to write it up here as well. Okay, so we're going to pause, and that's the first task. Lovely. Okay, so I hope you all got that right. So what I would do is I would circle. I've got 3 circles, 3 zeros, a 0 to 100. It would be 300 grams. Okay, and if you want to go further, you could break that into kilograms. So you could do 300 kilograms. So that would be 0.3 kilograms. Okay, but that's the final answer. Okay, so we'll move on. Okay, Amy's age is a third of her dad. Amy is 11 years old. How old is her dad? So I want you to use this square. So you can draw this 3 by 2. I want you to use this bar chart, bar model. I want you to use this bar model to work out if Amy is a third of the age of her dad, and she's 11. How old is her dad? Okay, I'm going to pause it and I'll come back to you and we'll work out the answer. Okay, so hopefully you've worked it out, and now you're back. So what I'm going to do, I know that all the top answers are going to be a third, because that's what I've split this bar into. Okay, so all of them are a third. I know that a third of this particular puzzle is worth 11. So I know that is all of these 11s added together. 3 times 11. 3 times 11 are, excellent, 33. I know that 1/3 of 33 equals 11. And I know that Amy's dad is 33 years of age. I'm just going to check it on my answers. So you can see here, click for answers. There we go. So 33. Okay, now this is a bit of a tricky one. So only a fraction of each ribbon can be seen. The rest is hidden behind a green screen. Which is the longest piece of ribbon? How do you know? So I'll pause that there. I want you to draw this, but think very carefully. What number goes into the 4 times table and the 3 times table? How many boxes could you do? We're going to pause it there, have a think. If you're really not sure, unpause and we'll go through it, okay? All right, so I know that 12 goes into the 3 times table and it goes into the 4 times table. So I know I've done 2 boxes that are 12 squares long, and I know that 4 times table I know that the top one is divided into quarters and is divided into thirds. Now I know that if the one is divided into 4, there will be 4 sections, all with the same length. And I know that they're the same size, so I'm using 3 boxes for each. Like this. And I know the thirds are, there's only going to be 3 of them. So I know that underneath that box, with the difference is thirds bin what's the longest ribbon? Longest piece of ribbon would be only 3 of that. Does that make sense? Bit of a question mark on that one. Okay, so what I thought we'd do is we'd look together, or rather independently, we'd look at this. A fifth of a ribbon is 8 centimeters in length. How long is the whole ribbon? So what I thought we could do is we could draw. What we could do is each box could be worth 4 centimeters. So I could draw 2 boxes. this. That is 8 centimeters. And that's 1/5. So now what I'm going to do is draw another fifth, another fifth, another fifth, until in total I've got 5 boxes, and then I could add all of those lengths together. Okay, then we're going to pause, and you're going to do destination question 6, which is this one I've highlighted, and we're going to work on that, and that's it for today. Okay, pause. Okay, so it works out 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4 and 5. And each box I did was worth 4. So it's 4 add 4, 8. So it's 8 add 8 add 8 add 8 add 8. Our fifth rule is 8 centimeters. How long is the whole ribbon? It is going to be 5 times 8. Or if you've done it like I did, which was each box 4, you could do 10 times 4. I think you'll agree, both of those questions, actually 10 times 4 is probably easier, is 40 centimeters long. I hope you've enjoyed today. I hope it hasn't been too daunting. Back again tomorrow for more maths and English, and hope to see you soon.